Remember that pink-faced eagle mascot, the late-night TV ads with the goofy charm? That weirdly catchy jingle that got stuck in your head whether you liked it or not? If you were in Australia during the 90s or early 2000s, chances are you knew Eagle Boys Pizza, a homegrown brand that stood out by being brash, cheeky, and proudly unpolished. But somewhere along the way, Eagle Boys vanished. The signs came down, the pink eagle disappeared, and just like that, it was gone. A brand that once had over 300 stores across Australia wiped out. So, what went wrong? How did a pizza chain that started with so much promise end up being nowhere to be found? To understand that, we need to go back to the beginning. Back to 1987 in Albury, New South Wales, where it all kicked off. A 23-year-old named Tom Potter opened the very first Eagle Boys store. Potter was a young bloke with a plan to shake up Australia's pizza scene. His pitch was simple: fast service, fresh ingredients, affordable prices, and absolutely no corporate nonsense. And that formula worked. Unlike the big chains that felt robotic and cookie cutter, Eagle Boys felt local. Staff were encouraged to be real with customers. The atmosphere was laid back. It had personality, and it didn't pretend to be anything it wasn't. People connected with it, especially in regional towns where there weren't many other options and where a homegrown brand felt more relatable than the American imports. As word spread, so did the business. By the mid-2000s, Eagle Boys had exploded across Australia, opening hundreds of locations and even expanding into places like New Zealand and Fiji. It was booming, and its peak, the company operated more than 340 stores, making it one of the largest pizza chains in the country. What really helped Eagle Boys stand out though, was its tone. The brand didn't play it safe. Its marketing was loud, cheeky, and totally Aussie. They regularly took swipes at Domino's and Pizza Hut in their ads. Eagle Boys wanted to position itself as the real, no-fuss option for people who cared more about flavor than flash. And who could forget about the mascot? That pink-faced eagle with a grin that walked the line between fun and creepy. It was weird, sure, but you remembered it. And in branding, being memorable is half the battle. For years, Eagle Boys thrived on being different. It wasn't as polished as its competitors, but that was the point. It had heart, it felt local, and it felt honest. But while they were leaning into that identity, something else was happening just out of sight. Something that would eventually change everything. Their biggest rival, Domino's, had started making moves. While Eagle Boys focused on cheeky ads and expanding into new towns, Domino's was building a tech empire behind the scenes. Domino's introduced online ordering before most other chains even thought about it. Then came GPS driver tracking, real-time pizza progress updates, and a mobile app that made ordering ridiculously easy. Every year, they streamlined their operations more, cutting delivery times and improving consistency. Customers got convenience, reliability, and a digital experience that felt well ahead of the competition. And Domino's wasn't the only one leveling up. Pizza Hut, while slower to adapt, began modernizing as well. They refreshed their branding, leaned into nostalgia, and started offering combo deals and promotions that appealed to a broader market. The two giants were evolving fast. Meanwhile, Eagle Boys was starting to fall behind. The same laid-back style that once felt charming now looked dated next to sleek online platforms and app-driven delivery. Their tech infrastructure was clunky. Their website didn't keep up. Online ordering was hit or miss, and in an era when people were starting to expect food at the tap of a button, that gap started to cost them. But the problems were more than just digital, they were structural too. In 2007, founder Tom Potter stepped away and sold the company to private equity firm NBC Capital. On paper, it looked like a solid next step. The new owners wanted to take Eagle Boys national, maybe even international in a big way. But their approach clashed with the culture that had built the brand in the first place. The company pushed for aggressive expansion, tighter standardization, and cost controls. In theory, that should have made the brand more competitive. In practice, it eroded what made Eagle Boys unique. Franchisees felt the pressure. Some complained about rising costs and slow support from head office. Others dealt with inconsistent supply chains and a sense that the brand was starting to lose its soul. And just as the brand was trying to find its footing under new leadership, a much bigger shift hit the food industry. Delivery apps. The arrival of Uber Eats, Menulog, and Deliveroo completely changed the way people ordered food. Suddenly, pizza chains weren't just competing with each other. They were competing with sushi, Thai, burgers, burritos, and even fresh salad bowls. And all of it was delivered fast, hot, and straight to your door with just a few taps on your phone. Domino's was quick to adapt. Pizza Hut followed soon after. But Eagle Boys? They were late to the party. Their systems weren't designed to integrate with third-party delivery. Their marketing hadn't shifted to match changing consumer behavior, and by the time they tried to catch up, customers had already moved on. By 2014, things were clearly slipping. Stores were closing. Reviews were turning sour. What once felt like a bold, confident brand now felt like a fading memory. And then, in July 2016, the final blow landed. Eagle Boys entered voluntary administration. Many stores shut down for good, staff were laid off, and franchisees were left scrambling. But perhaps the most symbolic moment came shortly after, when Pizza Hut swooped in and acquired the remains. The same company that Eagle Boys had spent years mocking in its ads was now picking up the pieces. And just like that, the pink eagle was grounded for good. Today, Eagle Boys lives on only in memory. There's no official website, the mascot is long gone. But scroll through Reddit or dive into a few nostalgic Facebook threads and you'll still find people talking about it. Some remember it as the best pizza of their childhood. Others remember working behind the counter after school, tossing dough and blasting music after closing time. It may be gone, but it left a mark. So, what really brought Eagle Boys down? It wasn't one dramatic moment, it was a slow unraveling. A mix of outdated tech, leadership decisions that clashed with the brand's roots, missed chances to evolve, and competition that simply outpaced them at every turn. They tried to hold on to what made them lovable, but in the fast-moving world of food delivery and digital-first service, that wasn't enough. In many ways, the fall of Eagle Boys marked the end of an era where personality, grit, and local charm could take a small brand national. But the landscape changed, tech changed, expectations changed, and Eagle Boys didn't change fast enough. Still, there's something special about what it represented. It was scrappy, it was ambitious, it was unmistakably Australian. And even if the ovens are off and the doors are shut, its story still resonates. Especially for those who remember what it felt like to bite into one of those massive, messy, delicious pizzas and think, yep, this is the good stuff. What do you think? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below and let's discuss. And if you enjoyed this story, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and don't forget to ring that bell so you never miss out on more deep dives like this. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, stay curious.